as of minor, there are rules and regulations governing Nyaya Bia and EC itself, an institution that has been created by law. Inti Nikwanswana Omoafano and Niatam Diakotu president and then Nimrona be can say President Niba only EC chair ni Juma for Edi, but a process to be sorry and you were the it must start with a petition. And Nabako seems to say Madam Charlotte
or say
in a free honor and no test case who Osha constitution a EC chair to the level of appeals court judge. Enti sena naketu asem who share the different and the benefits you have to pay it with an appeals court judge. Enti say ye appeals court judge free why quite be fashion say kwana na what say fashion fanyi EC chair. Though yan stating specifically what constitution anymore concerning EC chair ya equating to high court judge. Enti sa anabontu na was say too. Enti ni kwamu but omu petition sesia bibia president ne behwe na wa establish say either there's a prima facie case say asem wo ho a ampa say o say yenhwem wo koso na ubo bibia obuka constitutional crisis ni share omu petition na under constitutional crisis ni mo if there is anything of a sort it is not well captured in near omu petition but in all no it is the president that has to look at the issues that have been referred to him. Na onunsu I refer to the appropriate authority. Na investigation will be carried out. The EC chair will be given an opportunity. Na onunsu actually na jiwon sensem nehu. Enti I was say investigating na yenhwese ampa aso they took decisions that they shouldn't take. EC chair no the ono ani pay niama bi ani kwan se onye ana nia oye ye no ni kwan so enamra so na otusa na mona na se otusa na mona o consider cost to the state e bi omo kan causing financial loss to the state sa niama na it will be investigated. If the president established said there is a case to be looked at, now wafa I will say a committee should be set up. Now omuashen sem nemu embrana chire one was omu constitute sa body no. Now omu find this in the president in the idea but or can say I will say in camera. Chire say I will say enye bedroom and your public sitting. The EC chair will be given an opportunity to defend self. Obibi only 1 year, Juma. Now, we shall move some more. If you can say known political activists. This is in Sema. Kuo bebre any letter stakeholders bebre. I can want them say these are issues that needs to be looked at. NTA on one particular forum, no. Yesterday say some part of the constitution will be reviewed so that it will be stated clearly who can be at the EC and who cannot. Because say Juma no ye referee Juma want to mean can say oh nipa no wo nimdie inti say or join any particular party kra emfa ho judge kra tra asem so na ye hwe na judge no ebi ane ho bon wa send mu ana or some bias in the case or not recusing who say oh asem we yen farmer before fro na mean to mean di asem no enti asem pa I will say say those people are card bearing members shena aba public for some time now then the president has the right to take a decision. Say it is found out clearly that these are people who are compromised politically or they are politically exposed now. Then they need to go.
You and Manu said that
ejuma omudi fit for purpose these are things in the public domain, but now it must be interrogated officially and with expert eye. Now I should say near was omuye 1 year and na mobi was any kwanso omutu ye ninina. Was it in the interest of the country? If it was not, are they culpable? Punish you for wrongdoing here now. That job needs to be determined by the committee. But as it is now, yes, the first step has been taken. A body, a CSO has written to the president. Let's wait and see the decision the president will take from there. It's within the president's right. The constitution gives him that mandate to take that decision. So you better share, you better monitor now, you share, you better frame about.
Only AEI, you have been part of election events at Ghana. Is it the case 2020 limited voters registration exercise no na ehun here because the 2016 register was okay because the group seems to say the very conduct of that registration exercise in 2020 no na enye necessary.
Yes, there's a school of thought I can say register now we could have just done what we did in 2024 instead of saying that yes, scrap everything. What was done was re-registering every single Ghana. It wasn't limited registration exercise.
That's true.
Usha, and it is different from what was done in 2024. But the argument is that they could have maintained that register because the EC's argument was that the register was bloated. It had ghost names on it. The number.
Almost saying for the NHI card na a call register into non-Ghanaians be woman.
Also argument in say omo background checks here because at the end of the registration rather speaks against argument now is raising. So those are issues that can be looked at, can be interrogated further to see the merits of it. Mijra can say it's now before the president. Let the president set up the committee. The committee will investigate and bring out its finding why it thinks that the issue should be maintained or should be let to go.
Now,
in your intro, no can be concerning say is CSO Dodo, including African Electoral Institute. And then we are Ghana in Bia on him AEI and say AEI CSO Bia.
Credible.
Ya dear Juma Kessia Africa, particularly Ghana, dia boa is in Ankasa. Some of the things I have free or more to say. Say no more Rana Sia is Dodo no more dear Juma Nekano. Ebia a hard delay and a touchima. No more ebia omabe rubbishi, no more ko mochia san kwa kofa. Nina for the beauty of it. Only that on the last day na isi can say omuma Africa Electoral Institute permission money yet election monitoring new observation. It was unfortunate, but then we went through it. Our report, official report, will be out soon on what we saw in the election as in general. We are issuing a preliminary report on it. Then later on, our comprehensive report will be out. So the EC in itself have created a lot of problems for itself in this 2024. Going forward, we are hoping that the institution as the Electoral Commission, that body will try and stay within its mandate and work within the laws so that these unnecessary accusations and suspicions, which in effect affect the conduct of our elections, they will look at it, they will move forward as a nation.
ECOWAS, the EU report on the 2020 elections, Are you also of the view, sir, na a damning verdict on senior electoral commission or conduct a 2020 elections, Nana?
You echo as report, in entirety, was not damning as because Omoka, the strength of the EC, what was done right, and the losses that they saw. So, no, as I said, now their petition is before the president. Let's give room for the president to act in his right as a elected president, the president of Ghana, which the constitution mandates him to establish that there's a case. If he determines that it must be investigated, that will be done. All the facts that they have stated or itemized on their petition will be looked at individually. Then we'll move on from there.
What does the commission need? A change of leadership and answer administrative and procedural reforms, maybe legal reforms. More as AEI, where raise issues more raise concerns more propose a number of things over the period. So where this current electoral commission and the commissioners now, is it the personality of the commissioner and then the commissioners and the issue? And answer, we probably need a different approach to this. Do we need a change of leadership to put the EC where it ought to be? And answer, we need a different kind of approach.
Yes, some have called for the say EC chair one on 1 year Juma as the heads now must go. And Bimusu can say yes, then every time there's change of government, everyone say yes, easy. But then a new man who can say Bibia wrong as a nation because any emran Jumatena a candidate biano ain't the issues must be looked at. On another score, there is the administrative arrangement that needs to be looked at. The constitution needs to be reviewed. That the appointing body, the laws that determine who gets there must be looked at. But then the individuals there, if they have done something that shouldn't be done, then they should be held accountable. There are laws in the country. If somebody, an ordinary person on the street, does something wrong, the person is expected to be dealt with. The same way, anybody, if you want to be a serious country, then our laws must work. So, in this case, it is not personalization. It should not be about the individuals there. But then, if the individuals' actions or inactions are affecting or minor in one way or the other, then Sena Emrachireno, I was saying emphasize so na yen remedy sa situation no na or children be the same situation and recur one share ya that be na yakonya problem be because of oversight be yeah.
Some governance experts are expressing worry say Kobase Jimensa and the deputies ye omo a na ase Esebia ye bottle hot 2017 no. Sasa ne toaso because anytime our party fufu bia bia omo be yisa EC chair no every ho. It appears say president it take the decision so be pam omo a then it means yes is akwan no so. How would that impact?
Not necessarily. Okay. Not necessarily. A very unfortunate. A bekwa koka amasanko for no more kasana. But not necessarily. ABR, if the president sets up the committee and they so find out and it comes clear that if in a bridge Mrana or the Jumano, Doduana, I'm saying assuming without admitting, because as I sit here now, I'm not making any conclusive statements. But Yakobana say Yeshishemu na Niama was a warrior, Amra Kase, and was a warrior, 1 year. then you cannot say ebe kwa yes say eya witch anti and yes and my as for mine. Enti we have to take the bull by the horn. Say a idea was say yeah whether ebe looking some way or not, it must be done. Ebe unfortunate for that witch hunting idea perception,
Yeah.
But then anything I can say who ye EC chair through on and idea that for my and sorry can say who sorry na government for problem to EC chair and free. But then it must be based on solid ground, say one name were Juma. Reason NBA na constitution I can say about me the ayi obi owo sa di brand say one nipa no ye willfully and now or very incompetent ejuma I was say or ye onim the ejuma and now or yi nani to nchen niama I was say money yen na or ye niama ni kwan say or ye no na or ye anania I was say or ye no na wa yi nani to nchen. In this case, if it is established clearly, then the EC leadership must go, whether ebe look awkward or not. For the sake of the nation must be placed first. Usha, in the course of the preparation towards the election itself, AEI declared the Bible until say I was say Ghana need to play any role in elections. On place our role as a citizen, placing Ghana first. It is your former president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, or can say as or minor citizens, young modern say a better citizens, yes, spectators. It's a I can say let's place Ghana first. Men yes say oh me ya. A man for bedroom say into a bed favor or minor
because of public perception.
Perception. But public perception and so here a man woman into I was a young way both sides in ye jai easy chair in call for now and a blot on the present term of office now in future. Into all factors, into that me see and one issue. It must be looked at holistically.
Yeah. Well, opening matter say we na afa na asha se me sure say in the coming days, a home proye beba ma yakoso adi a ho enkomo. Emrepemu no bibi chiri adwene a ye besan ba. But before you go, Ablekuma North is still outstanding. It is a mau.
Yeah, as African Electoral Institute, me a yesre Ghana ni bia ne say yen follow due process. Yen use emra anybody ne who war assembly mu say ofili say injustice be akwati ana on emra kwan so my obi an emra nche ni nsem. We've come very very far. Now there's change of government, but still it is the same constitution that we are using to do everything as for man. And Nimpa Ball say at the end of the day, you bet to anamopa na Ghana ye winner in Ablekuma North in Sensem.
Joshua Agentete, happy and you saw Omrea was spending with us. Nyamin Kaun.